As of May the 10th of 2021, ransomware attackers have taken in at least $81 million worth of cryptocurrency from victims. The report from Chainalysis emphasizes that the 81 million figure must be considered a floor for the time being, as the figure will almost certainly grow as more ransomware addresses are discovered. The increase in ransomware starting in 2020 has been driven by a number of new strains taking in large sums from victims, as well as a few pre-existing strains increasing earnings. We're joined now by Adedeji Owonibi, founder and chief operating officer at Convexity, also a crypto forensic analyst. Thank you for joining us. I wanted to take a look at this report from Chainalysis, which I believe on the African end you've had contributions to. 2019, illicit activity representing about 2.1% of all cryptocurrency transaction volumes, roughly 21.4 billion worth of transfers, dipping in 2020, 0.34%. Can you explain the dip and whether or not we're going to see an increase for 2021?
Thank you, Rochus, for having me. Ransomware is one of the major crime that we find, using cryptocurrency. And we saw the growth in 2019, like you did mention, over 21 billion, US dollars, happens to run through that. And though we saw a decrease, like you did mention, to about 10 billion, representing just 0.34%. And that shows like an increase. That shows like people are not involved in ransomware, but that's not the case. What happened was in 2020 there was this massive scam, that happened within the cryptocurrency space that jacked up, that ransomware activity, and that same was not captured in 2020, but in 2021 already so far we have the report abridged up to like May 2021, and we have already 81 million already paid out in ransomware payment by victims.
Thanks for that. This next chart, though, I think going from 2017 through to 2020, it shows that stolen funds and scams are the majority of occurrences for crypto illicit funds being transferred. Do you think ransomware is going to climb up and catch up?
Yes, yes, maybe not for now, but the most popular crime that we see currently is actually scams that people pull, and also stolen funds across exchanges, across individual inexperienced people that operate these cryptocurrency wallets. They're losing massively, and that is why you see the scam and the chart, rising with these two major ones. But one strain that we found out is that ransomware is gaining a lot of momentum, especially last year when the COVID-19 lockdown happened. So it was just easy for a lot of activities to move online, and because of the movement back online, it makes it very easy for ransomware attackers to actually get a lot of victims, to attack. So, and just like we saw this year, that so far we've got a lot of activities within this ransomware, so we look forward to that same strain increasing. That is not because it's just simple. It is so simplified these days that without any basic experience in coding and programming any malware, you have third-party merchants that are selling tools that you can use to actually, raise kind of havoc to also ask people to pay. So with those innovations in code that we're seeing in that space, so we're looking forward to a more increased ransomware attacks.
Okay, and so based on that, looking at more increased ransomware attacks, I think we have another chart. How can Africa be on alert? And what have you observed for Nigeria in particular? What are the alarm bells that we should be looking out for?
Okay, I think I want to say we are on the lucky part. We don't have a lot of that ransomware, happening around here. And if you check out the charts and the country heat maps, you discover that activities are more around the US, around Russia, around North Korea, a little bit of Iran, and you find and maybe some few parts of China. And the only place that looks like a spot to actually pay attention to in Africa looks like South Africa, and maybe with a little dot, not too clear about Nigeria. So it shows that we don't have a lot of cryptocurrency-related ransomware happening in Nigeria, but that's not to say we should go to sleep. That is a reason for us to also buckle up, and also because, of course, this whole place that can give the young people, the young, energetic, innovative minds, easy access to this. Like Adi told us, we have them sold on the dark web. We have, you just rent and you run the attack and you pay the developers of that. So it's so as simple as that. And I want to say that the young people are not looking at that aspect yet, and therefore law enforcement and people that need to pay attention should begin as a matter of urgency to look into this part.
Great stuff. I've got about a minute to go. What are the best? What's the status to pretty much, or rather the position to take to have more awareness on these increases of these crimes going forward as the year closes out?
Okay, like individuals that are into cryptocurrency, for instance, like Nigeria ranks one of the top cryptocurrency trading countries in Africa, and therefore, most of these people come into the space without the requisite knowledge and experience to safeguard themselves to all these kind of attacks. So I want to say a lot of education, and we should also encourage our regulators to step in. And I think our regulators are still watching, not understanding exactly what to do at this point. But I think it is time to actually buckle up and take the bite and go in all out to study this and also regulate and try to see how much they can assist the citizens to actually stay protected.
Great stuff. Adedeji Owonibi, founder and COO of Convexity. Thanks for taking us through those crypto scam numbers. We appreciate your insight.